Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about Princess Diana's style legacy. Let's get into it. Once again, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I want to say hello, welcome, and thank you so much for subscribing to all my new subs. I want to talk about Princess Diana's style legacy. I feel like Princess Diana was known for her fashion, but I don't think a lot of people really dissect the meaning of her personal style. And those are two very different things. Fashion is trendy. Fashion is your look for the day or for the moment or for the season. But your personal style is how you take what's trendy and current and make it your own according to your terms. And I think that's something that Diana did very well. She made her statements through her fashion. When she was in the royal family and when she broke free, we got to see Diana in her full glory. She was a fashion icon. Even with the restraints of royal protocol, she still made statements. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today as we look at her legacy and her fashion daughters. And when I say fashion daughters, I mean those who have walked in her style steps. So I want to talk about Diana's style legacy. And the reason I thought that this was a great topic to discuss was because I have been watching her nieces, Amelia and Eliza, stomp their way through multiple fashion weeks and become fashion it girls. And I was so excited for them. I was like, look at the Spencer sisters killing it out here. Now, these are Diana's nieces, but I call them her fashion daughters because they are very bold in their fashion and they're cutting edge, but they don't skimp on the personal style. They make everything they wear their own, and I got really excited about them. So I'm going to go through a few looks today, and I'm also going to show a few examples of how Diana has imparted her fashion legacy on her real daughters. Let's get into it. Princess Diana has become known for her style, but in addition to that, her philanthropy, her charitable works, everything that she gave for the short amount of time that she was here, Princess Diana has been revered for so many reasons, and there are so many reasons to love her. And one of the reasons that people consider Princess Diana to have iconic fashion is because she had impeccable personal style, and because being a royal lady, she had so many restraints as to what she could and could not say and could not do. She used her fashion and her style to convey her message and express herself. And as we look through some of these looks, we will see Diana become more empowered as time goes on and her style change as she continues to grow. I love that about Diana is that she had such an empowered stance, posture, way about her that she seemed to make other people feel good. And I love that quality. I know that quality to be true in another royal lady. I love that Diana is still considered a fashion icon. She is personally still one of my favorites, especially for the time period that she was in the 80s and 90s. That I feel like that was such a peak for women's clothes and women's fashion, and it is still one of the moments that are still referred to today. We continue to rework and reconstruct those shoulder pads, those big lapels, those skirts, those heels. We've even brought back kitten heels. So I'm just saying that time in women's fashion is probably my favorite. I think Diana is a moment, and she was a leader in the women's style of that time. So this video, I kind of want to talk about her style moments, but I also want to talk about her influence on her two nieces, Amelia and Eliza, as well as her daughters-in-law. So let's get into it. So these looks I thought were incredible because on the left with these two, you see more of an empowered Diana. She's headed somewhere here, but here you can see that she's working something out. She's watching something. She's busy. This is her during an engagement. I think this is during her post-royal life, but I'm not sure. But her stance is completely different. Look at her here and then look at this. Do you see that? She's much younger. She's wearing very modest clothing. And in this photo, I think this is Diana looking a little bit, not insecure, but reserved, held back, unsure. And we see that same theme through these other photos as well. We can see that she is still in the royal life during these photos, and someone is literally still in the picture. Hey, Charles. So anyway, I love this gown, this indigo gown with the gloves. I love gloves that go all the way up. That is just my favorite thing. If you're gonna give me drama, give me drama. I love it. I also love these shoes. I think they look great with her ankles and calves. They really accentuate her calf muscle. She had great calves. But anyway, I think these are great looks, but you can tell at this time in her life, this face, this indifference on her face, this I would rather be anywhere else but here doing this nonsense on her face. It's hilarious. Beautiful gowns, but you can tell there was more meant for her, and I think we can see that in her face. She's over it. Now, what I will say, these sapphires, wow. Absolutely fantastic. But I want you to look at her face here. And then as she came into her own and started speaking more out in the public, really being more true to herself, and then also expressing herself through her fashion, look at her face change. So look here and then watch this. Wow. It's like night and day. She looks empowered. Oh, we remember the revenge dress. She looks empowered. She looks self-assured. She looks strong. She looks happy. And I love the way she's wearing her pearls in this gown here, this maroon, it looks like a velvet gown with the shoulders. I love the way she's wearing these pearls. This is how my bridesmaids wore their pearls. Look at that. Beautiful. Even with the knot. I love it. So anyway, this is my favorite photo of Diana. This picture here with the autograph on it, this is my favorite photo. Something about the way she's smirking, the way her hair was cut, the way she's sitting, her posture, everything about this says you did not get the best of me. I love that she looks like she believes in herself. She knows who she is at this point, and I love that. I love this photo of Diana. This is my absolute favorite. More looks from Diana. I love this one because, ma'am, you are giving us everything. We've got arms. We've got this beautiful clavicle here. We've got these legs, these beautiful calf muscles. She looks phenomenal. Even her posture is stating how empowered she is. Now, I used this photo, the first one with, hey, Charles again, but I liked this one. She doesn't look very happy in the picture, but I thought the outfit was beautiful and was definitely a sign of the times. It's really a ladies who lunch outfit, and I just could not resist putting it in this slideshow. I think she looks so beautiful here, but we came to know her style, and we know full well that this wasn't Diana's style, even though it was very cute. Now, I want to talk a little bit about her nieces. She has two twin nieces, Lady Eliza Spencer and Lady Amelia Spencer. They are the children of her brother and his model wife, and they very much look it. And they have been making a splash on the fashion scene, especially here in America. They have been all over. And not only that, but they are fashion it girls now. So I want to look at a couple of their outfits. Let's get into it. So this is Lady Eliza and Lady Amelia at the David Coma fashion show, and they're sitting here with their friends Kyle DeVol. I said friends. Sitting here with their friend Kyle DeVol, or is it Kyle DeVolay? Please let me know. And they're at, again, the David Coma fashion show. Now, first we have Eliza Spencer in this black dress. I love this cutout dress with the mesh here. I think that is so beautiful. Now, this could have gone a couple of ways if not worn correctly. This could have come off very club-like, very club, and it did not. It came off high fashion, and the reason is the bralette fully covers her breast. The cutout actually has mesh, And then the way the cutout is made perfectly fits around her neck, and it makes her shoulders look very staunch and broad. Very cute. I also love how on the sleeve, they give us a little slack on the sleeve. It's not perfectly fitted to her arm. She's got a little extra fabric so that it folds. I really love that. And it kind of comes over her hand. With a mini dress, or excuse me, a mini dress, you would want a sleeve like this, especially if this sleeve is out, because it could come off differently. I love these shoes. This whole look got an A+ for me, and I thought she made the right call with the high pony and no big jewelry. Let the dress be the moment. And then we have Lady Amelia Spencer in the white and pink dress. Now, I felt like this dress was more of a statement, but there were some things that could have made this dress really the moment. Here's what I would have loved to see. Perfect with the ponytail. I like that they matched. Perfect with the ponytail and the low earrings or no earrings, and then the extra fabric on the sleeves. I thought all that was perfect, but I would have loved for this bralette to also be silver. You see that? So Eliza's is silver and Amelia's is black. I thought with a white pink dress, the silver bralette would have been perfect. I also would have loved for this fur backwards C, this little fur accent. I would have liked for that to come here and cup the bralette. I would have liked for that to, like the fur to kind of go across the bralette, kind of like a banner, and kind of cover that up and let the fur mostly be accentuated at the chest area and give us a little bit more white around the neckline. I personally think this is too much out and it doesn't make a lot of sense. We're missing the balance. So the reason I say that is because the way the accent opens up, we get cleavage, but we actually get a full breast and we get a little slice of stomach. For this pink accent to match nothing else on the outfit, it really should have been its own moment. And what I likely would have done is I would have brought the C in a little bit so that you only get the bralette and the stomach, and you get fur here, which would have been beautiful. But I likely would have had that come all the way around to the back of the dress so it stops on the side. See, it's white at the back. I would have likely had that come around to the back of the dress and just kind of sit on the lower back a little bit. Not on the butt, but on the lower back. So have that fur come all the way around and sit on the lower back right above the butt, but giving us white on the butt area, and then giving us white on the top of the chest and closing that in and making this bralette silver. That would have just been perfect. And then the shoes are gold. I likely would have gone with a silver shoe. I probably would have recommended they wear the two variations of the same shoe. So maybe she could have done like a barely there shoe, very similar to Eliza's. I think the look overall is cute, but there was so much more that could have been done. I've gone with a little fur here where there's a split because the split is very high. This look is from Michael Kors Spring Summer 2023. I like these looks, although we don't have a lot of photos from them at this event. I did love these dresses. Now we've got Amelia in the little black dress, long sleeve mini dress. That is the way to my heart. I love a good long sleeve mini dress. In Beyonce's I Am Sasha Fierce era, she went through a phase where she was wearing a lot of long sleeve mini dresses, and I loved it. It was absolutely phenomenal. I love the barely there heels, the stilettos, perfect. And I thought this dress was beautiful, although a little bit plain. Now, Eliza with the silver sequin mini dress, she nailed it. I love the cutout. I love the one shoulder open. It's very similar to the dress we just looked at for the David Coma show. I love the sleeve, and the stance actually gives her a little bit of a shape and accentuates that this dress is a mini because we get this pop of thigh. Perfect look for both ladies. I would have liked to see a little bit of something on this black dress, but I think it's very cute. So this is the Michael Kors Spring Show of 2022. This was earlier this year. Now, I didn't realize this before, but we've got Eliza in the white pantsuit, which I love this crystal lapel. This is genius. I probably wouldn't even worn a necklace. Or if I did, I probably would have done just a straight across diamond choker. That would have been perfect. But Amelia is in the black and white mini dress, and this is actually a mini dress and jacket set. It is so well patterned. It blends so well that it is hard to tell that this is actually an accompanying jacket. And I think that's actually perfect for royal ladies, with the exception of this being a mini. I think this whole look, separately and together, they look fantastic. I love these looks. I also like that they wore their hair the same and they wore similar earrings. Now, this is at the Royal Ascot of 2022, and this is on day 2. Now, right off the bat, I like both outfits, but right off the bat, I would have swapped their shoes, me personally. And both of them are wearing Michael Kors. Eliza is wearing this black pullover and black floral skirt. She's got a calf wrap belt and the Audrey bucket bag. I had to stumble through that. There was so many B's. Anyway, I would have swapped their shoes, but I love this look. I can actually see another royal lady wearing this type of look, this style. I love their hats. No complaints there. And this netting is everything. Now you've got Amelia in the black and white mini dress. And it's very covered up. I think it's very cute. I would have liked to see these shoes, like an open toe. I probably would have had this opened a little bit. I think she is so modest. She looks like she's going to church. I would have had this probably opened a little bit or just kind of hanging loosely in the front. I definitely would have put a belt on this, and I may have rolled the sleeves or removed the sleeves altogether. This is my favorite look of theirs. This is at the Cannes Film Festival this year, 2022. They went to see Top Gun Maverick, which, by the way, is a phenomenal movie. I recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Now, both ladies are wearing Alberto Ferretti, and Amelia is in this black one-shoulder dress. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then we've got Eliza here in this beaded halter cutout dress. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but her sides are actually cut out. I love this dress, but I saw this dress at my prom in 2006. So I do feel like this is a little bit dated, whereas this is high fashion, which is kind of funny because this dress reminds us of another moment for Princess Diana, which we're going to get into. Before we do, let's take a look at these earrings. They wore similar earrings. I love how they're always in sync. Makeup, even their hair is very similar. She's got a pony, she's got it down. They've got very similar earrings and they wore the same color, although they were still bringing in their personal style with the fashion. I love it. Now, this dress worn by Amelia has been reminding people of Princess Diana's first royal engagement in 1981. So this is a moment for Diana. People regard this moment as the cultural moment when she converted officially in the public eye from teenager to public figure, which is saying something considering that man was in his 30s, but we'll just move on. But anyway, the reason this moment is such a big deal is because Charles gave Diana flack for this and she wore it anyway. And I think that's saying something. That's huge for her because we know that she went into the royal family kind of not as self-assured as she later became. And they really put her through a lot, according to her. And I believe her. And they put her through a lot. And I love seeing these moments where she shook back, where she was like, no, I know who I am and I'm going to do what feels right to me. So this dress was designed by Elizabeth and David Emanuel. Elizabeth Emanuel famously told British Vogue that this dress marked a cultural moment for Princess Diana, which we just discussed. And Princess Diana revealed to Andrew Morton that Prince Charles criticized her for choosing to wear black, as royals often only wear black in times of mourning, and so he discouraged her. Pulled an excerpt from an article, and the article is linked in the description box below. But Diana spoke about the incident during secretly recorded interviews in 1991 for her biography, Diana, Her True Story by Andrew Morton, which was revised in 2017 entitled Diana, Her True Story in Her Own Words. The exchange took place before the couple attended a fundraising concert at Goldsmiths Hall, London, in aid of the Royal Opera House on March 9th, 1981. Quote, I remember walking into my husband-to-be's study and him saying, "You're not going in that dress, are you?" I replied, "Yes, I am." And he said, "It's black, but only people in mourning wear black." Diana reflected. It's just, It's so indicative of what we would later come to find out about their relationship. But he was less than supportive. Like, I would expect, if let me just say this. First of all, look at him. Okay. And then secondly, any man walking in with her should have had their arms out. Like, look at what I've got, y'all. I'll hold the spotlight myself. Look at my wife. He had no idea who and what he had. And we're seeing the royal family continue to repeat the same mistakes of not knowing what they actually have until it's gone. So I want to talk a little bit about Diana's legacy, or her daughters-in-law have been compared to Diana since they both joined the royal family. And one of which has been deemed the new Diana when it comes to her fashion. And it drives me up a wall because I feel like they completely missed the mark. And I feel like her second daughter-in-law is more of a style match, even when the fashions are a little bit different. And here's what I mean by that. Look at this outfit that Meghan wore. I feel like it is very much inspired by Princess Diana. However, she made it her own for modern times. Look at this, very much an outfit of the times. And honestly, I would probably wear this today. I'm not going to lie to you. I would probably wear this today. But we see Meghan wearing something very similar, whether it was intentional or not. It's very reminiscent of Diana's outfit. And she made it her own. Here's another look where, I love Meghan in a white suit. I love white suits on women, just period. But we've got Diana here in this white and I believe sequined suit, head to toe. Look at the confidence. Look at the stance. And then you see her daughter over here wearing a very similar outfit, not sequined because it's in the daytime, but a very similar outfit and commanding the same type of attention. It is definitely a vibe. They definitely vibe match. Here's some more similarities between the two of them. I love these looks because one of the things that I keep saying is if you're going to be inspired by someone, do that, but make it your own. And I think that's what Meghan nails every time. She can take a look, whether intentional or not, the similarities are there. She can take a look of Diana's or anyone else that's inspiring and make it work for her. This is very much her own personal style. Also, this hat is perfectly fitted to her head. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. This green moment. Y'all know this is one of my favorite Meghan outfits ever. I love this moment. This is very much reminiscent of one another's style. I think this is definitely an inspired moment, but taken to the next level and brought into modern times. And ma'am, this cape, why are you like this? And why do you do this to me? You are just perfection. And then lastly, we've got this amazing moment. This is a beautiful photo of Meghan. Wow. She's so pretty, but just, I don't know, something about her symmetry and her face on this photo is just like beautiful. Anyway, this moment is absolutely perfection. You see Diana in a very similar coat, buttoned here, and then you see the earring, the pop, and then you've got the hat, and then you've got the poppy. And you see Meghan here wearing the same, a very similar outfit, but again, bringing it into modern times. Look at the fabric pattern, look at the weaving, look at that. She looks phenomenal, but she made it her own. I also like that this is a cropped jacket. That was genius to whoever thought to do that. Fantastic. But then we also get these moments. And I think the difference is, no offense to Kate, she's been accused of copying other people, particularly Meghan, but also Diana. But when it's Diana, people say, oh, she's inspired by her mother-in-law. But I think this is the difference between being inspired by someone. See, she's inspired, very similar, but not exact, and making it your own, bringing it into modern times. And then copying someone. There's a line there. This is practically the same outfit. And not only that, it wasn't made unique in any way. And it definitely wasn't brought into modern times. You would think that they're in the same time period and that they're peers. That's saying something. This is many, many years apart, over 30 years apart. And it's the exact same outfit. And honestly, Diana was eating her up in all of these. Not to be a jerk about it. If you're going to be inspired by it, make sure that the inspiration for doesn't completely kill you in the side by side. Here's some more moments of the similarities. She doesn't make it her own. She's very much exact. And it lacks style. It lacks the unique style. Like, Kate is too young to be looking like this. Like, she's too young. She could have these amazing style moments. She just doesn't have personal style. Like, this is great for Diana because look at when this has happened is in the 80s and early 90s. It was cutting edge back then. Even look at this. She's got the knee-length dress and it's a pencil dress. It's all perfect. And then you've got the, oh my God, these amazing shoes. But then when Kate tried to replicate it, it just fell flat. And this outfit, it looks like they just got her dressed in a hurry. This is ill-fitted on a number of accords. This black camisole with this jacket, this doesn't even fit her. These look like someone else's clothes. But again, she lacks the style. Now she can take the fashions and the jewelry, but she lacks the personal style. And there are moments where she could really stand out. And like we saw at the funeral, she just doesn't really know what to do. She should fire everyone who's dressing her and bring in someone with more of an original taste. Someone who's kind of has an understanding of style and not copy paste. I would say we can really see Diana's inspiration with Meghan, and we can see Diana's inspiration with Amelia and Eliza, but we don't see the exact copy. These all look like modern women in their own time. None of them look like dated, outdated. Even Diana, this could be worn today. She looks fantastic. I love this laissez-faire type of look on her. She always looks so good when she's in a carefree space. But even like, look at Meghan. Very similar outfit. You've got the brown belt, you've got the white button down, you've got the pants, but not exact. Made modern, even with the way she's wearing her shirt. It's made modern. Look at her nieces. Look at how, first of all, I cannot tell these ladies apart, and that is going to be my mission this week. But look at how they're wearing the shirts, very loose fitted. These are the boyfriend shirts where they're like the men's shirts that are meant to be very loose. I wouldn't even be surprised if these were shirt dresses. But they both, all three photos look modern and for their time. None of them look dated like these. Like, you can't tell me this woman isn't in 1982. Hell, she looks like she's from 1951 in this photo. Not being mean, Kate could really make a moment for herself with her fashion, and she chooses not to. And I want to know who's dressing her, because they have that lady looking like a school marm, and they shouldn't. She lacks the personal style to give it her own personal flair. And honey, if you can't do it for yourself, pay somebody to do it. Pay somebody. Not every celebrity dresses themselves. Not every royal dresses themselves. I don't think any of the royals dress themselves. Pay somebody with style who can take these moments of fashion and really make them look like Kate. So for example, if I saw this outfit on someone else, I would think of Meghan. I would be like, that's her style. I know that that's kind of her thing. I can look at these and they are very high fashion, and this looks like them. In all their fashions, they look cutting edge and current. Diana, in all of her fashion moments, she still looks like her. The clothes don't wear any of these ladies. These ladies wear the clothes and make them their own. And that's all I'm saying is, when it comes to style versus fashion, style wins every time. Once again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Our channel has grown immensely in the last couple of days. I'm already at 5,500 subscribers. Yesterday, I started the day at 5,300. The day before that, I started it at like 4,800 something. So thank you so much. Before you go, I just want to ask a couple of questions. We went through a couple of looks today. Out of the looks that we showed here, which one is your favorite Diana look? Which one is your favorite look from the twins? And how do you feel about people deeming Kate the new Diana as far as her fashion? Now, don't let my opinion change yours. I want to hear your authentic opinion. I'm going to give mine. Personally, I think that's a load of crock. I think Kate just copies people. We talked about Kate being less than original with her fashion choices. And even when she does take inspiration, she just completely takes the outfit. She doesn't try to make it her own. See, the thing is, fashion looks are supposed to be recycled and redone and inspiring. And people are supposed to take something someone else did and make it their own. And they don't. This is so off topic, but we're talking about fashion right now, but I also feel the same way when it comes to those homages. Like when people sample other artists, or they take a little bit of their choreography, or they take a little bit of their performance, and they take it, but they don't make it their own. They just replicate it. That is one of the most annoying things. If you're going to pay homage to someone, pay homage by bringing yourself to it. I want to see a meeting of the minds. I don't want to see you just completely copy. That was why last year, I think it was last year or the year before, when Normani took inspiration from Janet Jackson's All For You tour, when she performed Would You Mind, and she spider climbed up that contraption with that man contained in it, and she did all those moves. Oh my, Janet is the GOAT. Anyway, and Normani recreated it with Tiana Taylor at the VMAs, and it was barely a blip in the matrix. No one really cared. It's because you didn't make it your own. Also, the song was really low and monotone, and no one could really hear it, so it just was it came off boring. Even though it's a great song, it just was too monotone to perform. Side note. But if you're gonna do homages, make it your own. I think some artists, namely Normani, they get stuck in this, I'm paying homage, and then eventually you zoom out and you're like, thanks for paying homage to all these artists we already know, but who are you as an artist? And so I'm excited to see her career continue to evolve, because I love seeing her perform, but I want to see her perform more original performances, choreo, and music that isn't directly inspired by anyone else. I'm excited to hear her stamp on the music industry, and I think maybe when people talk about what is Normani missing, she should be an it girl. I think, in my opinion, that's it. She pays a lot of homages, and it may sound crazy, but when you zoom out and go look, you'll be like, dang, every performance, it's inspired by someone else. So I'm just saying, it's the same thing with music, it's the same thing with movies, it's the same thing with fashion. If you're going to take inspiration, make it your own. The difference between fashion and style. Take the fashion and incorporate your personal style to make it the moment. That's all. But what do you think about that people are calling her the new Diana? I personally find it offensive, but I'm also a big fan of Princess Diana, and I was a huge supporter of her, and I'm kind of one of those people that's like a protector of the legacy. If somebody was like, oh, the new Janet or the new Michael or we're not doing that, because I would never stand for someone saying the new Beyonce. Every girl that has been deemed the new Beyonce has disappeared because people do not respond well to that. I'm just saying, who are you as an individual? Who are you as a style person? Who are you as an artist? Who are you as a movie maker, as an actress, whatever you are? Who are you, aside from the people who inspired you? So anyway, that's all I've got for you today. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like me on socials, follow me on socials, and I will see you tomorrow.